The Philadelphia 76ers defeated the New York Knicks 125 to 114 in a must-win game 3 in the series. The Sixers were down 0-2. If they had lost this game, they would have gone down 0-3. No team in NBA history has ever come back from this deficit, so it was a very important game for the Sixers and they prevailed. Now, I felt the Knicks started off the game really good as you could hope for the most part, outside of blowing out a home team. They were in it. They took the lead at halftime. They were up by 3, 58 to 55. It seemed like they had full control of this game, and the Sixers were starting to fall apart mentally. You saw that with Joel Embiid getting frustrated throughout that first half, him barking at officials, just playing straight up dirty with his cheap shots he was giving to the Knicks players. There was one play where he kneed Hartenstein. There was another play where he just grabbed Mitchell Robinson by his ankle when he went out for a dunk. Mitch ended up getting fouled hard on that play, obviously. It was a dirty play. It was something Draymond Green would pull, so I had to keep it 100, as they say, that if Draymond did this, we would all be clamoring for him to be suspended because it was not a basketball play, and I'm all about physical play during the playoffs, but this is what I call a dirty, excessive play. It was very dirty because you don't know if Joel played a role in re-aggravating Mitch's ankle injury. Granted, he pulled on the right ankle and it was the left ankle, but if you watch the replay when Joel pulls on that right ankle, you can see Mitch also land awkwardly on his left ankle. So he could have played a role in hurting Mitch and potentially taking him out for the series or a good amount of games, which is a huge blow for the Knicks. So that's something I don't respect what Joel did. To me, it's dirty, and he should get suspended for it, but the league probably won't do anything about it, if we're being honest. Now, when it comes to what caused the Knicks to lose the game, I really felt it was the third quarter in this game that caused them to lose because they were up until the third quarter, and then the Sixers went on this ridiculous barrage of team fire. Everybody, was hitting from all cylinders for the Sixers. Just it was ridiculous. I think for the third quarter overall as a team, they shot 80% from the field. It was insane. And I believe Joel Embiid hit all 5 of his threes in that third quarter. So that third quarter was huge for them. Just it was tremendously big. Without it, they would have lost that game. I truly believe that. I would also say, outside of Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey playing great, the rest of the Sixers team really didn't show up in this game outside of Cameron Payne off the bench, who was really good. I think he sparked them in the second quarter to keep them in the game when he hit those 2 threes. They were big, and Kelly Oubre had a good game, but the rest of that team was just trash. So if you're a Knicks fan, I guess you could somewhat feel good about this game despite losing, since Jalen Brunson played a great game. He had 39 points on 13 to 27 shooting. It looked like he had gotten his rhythm back, and now he's comfortable again. So I don't think he'll struggle for the rest of the series now, but I could be wrong, obviously. Still, with that being said, you have to be concerned about the Mitchell Robinson injury. I'm not even a Knicks fan, but I'm very concerned about that injury. I think this injury could tip the scales in the Sixers' favor because you need big bodies to guard Joel. And now the Knicks are without one big body, and Mitch was probably the best defender on Joel on their team. He was the best at containing him to some degree. It seemed like Joel struggled a little bit more whenever Mitch was in the game compared to even Hartenstein and Achua. Just he was their best defender, and he was taken out. Just that's something I think is very big, and I hope he can come back for the series because I think it would be unfair to the Knicks if he was just taken out based off on that one game, what Joel did to him. I really do believe Joel played a role in aggravating this ankle injury he had surgery on earlier this year. So that to me is very concerning. You would also like to believe, if you're a Knicks fan, that Joel Embiid can't get another 50-point game. I don't recall any time in NBA history a guy had 2 50-point games in one series. So if you're playing the odds, most likely he's never going to have another game like this again during the series. That if he comes down to earth to even just scoring 30 points, the Knicks should be able to win the game if the rest of their team just shows up. Maxey, he's been pretty much consistent throughout the series, so I don't expect any change from him in that regard. But it really comes down to Joel. I don't think he's going to get another 50-point game again. And if you're the Knicks, you just have to hope that Mitch is okay and the rest of the team can make up for him in Game 4. So that's pretty much all I had to say about this series.